Good morning, welcome. Let's take a look at self-inquiry. Let's inquire why we inquire. Why there's a need to know something, because that's what inquiry is about. I want to know something before I die. And that something is a diverse range of needs. It's a genuine way, and you know it's genuine when suffering, depression, anxiety, drive, need to improve yourself, need to establish something. So many are already inquiring, and this inquiry is based on a longing. I need that longing. Like you long to meet some partner when you're young. You know, I long to meet someone just to embrace, to love, so that I can share my stories, my experiences, my sadness with someone that I can reflect and bounce things off. So let's look at why we inquire. I want to find something out before I die. And that's very important to that one who is what we would call seeking. I need a resolution. I need an answer before this body goes. The end of inquiry is enlightenment. Okay? Let's put the cards on the table from the start. And enlightenment basically is a reconnection, a resumption, a resuming of your original state before all this noise and this inability to fit in and a need to improve and impress. All the things that is driving you forward for this longing are the things that you want to remove. Does that make sense? Because once they're removed, there's no more needs, desires to look for anything more valuable than what you found. Yeah? So you will hear many enlightened beings saying, I have no interest, I have no needs, I have no desire, I am absolutely contented, happy with life. And this upsets some people. Why them, Why them? But it also encourages these people to say, well, if it's possible for them, it may be possible for me. But you don't need these reassurances, these confirmations at this stage. Because depression, anxiety, suffering needs to establish before I die. It's what's driving. All the confirmations are just little things that nudge you forward, nudge you backwards, forward, backwards, forward, backwards. But the one that is really longing, that one is genuine. And that one will overcome, and that one will proceed, and that will reach what its need to know is. It's not appropriate for a teacher or a spiritual being to say what you're looking for is truth. What you're looking for is awakening. What you're looking for is enlightenment. No, what you're looking for is what you're looking for. It may be a reconnection with someone who's passed, and you go down this clairvoyant, this card route, these things, and these are the little tools to push you and forward and backwards. But they're not going to find out the answer, because the one that really needs to know, if that one is genuine, if that one is desperate, that one will put on the suit of armor and say, yes, thank you very much, all you people, for helping me, but you know what, I'm going forward to meet this one that is best. Nothing will stop me. So that's the longing. And that's each one knows inside. But the head doesn't know that. Your head doesn't know what you're looking for. Your head does not know anything about what is taking place here today. Your heart knows. Your core knows. Your beingness knows. But your head doesn't know a thing about what you're looking for. Because when you say, I want to find something before I die, I has to die before you'll find something. Now, I'm not speaking about you the person or me the person, I'm speaking about this I that sifts around this universe, this rogue I. We are all a pure I. You cannot dismiss this I. You cannot say, well, I'm going to get rid of this I. Because you will always refer to yourself as I, and therefore you say, well, I have to get rid of me. And therefore you have to get rid of the body and the mind. No. There's a rogue I that has to, you can call it die. I call it, has to be knocked out, unconscious, put to sleep, anesthetized for a short period of time until you meet this something that you are trying to find. And when you've met, you will return, no more needs, no more desires, fully enlightened, fully content, fully happy, fully reverted to your original being state, which we are all now, just masked by ideas and concepts and judgments and values and measurements and stories and boundaries and time and guidelines and rules and regulations. Yeah, they make sense. All these are knocked away to be built again. You see, you don't have to worry. A lot of people worry. When I'm enlightened, I won't be able to participate in this world. That's not your concern when you're longing. You see, if these things are appearing in your mind, maybe you're not really longing to do this. Maybe you're not really genuinely looking for that what you think, that mind thinks that you're looking for. Maybe it's just another experience. And that again is okay. That is perfectly all right to experience through tarot cards, clairvoyance, spiritual, mystical people who say, I see your loved one. That's maybe enough. A longing and a need to find something is a very, 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 very unique and individual, personal need, a personal desire. You either have to do it or you just say, well, you know what, I'll do it, but whatever happens, it may provide things, it may not, matters not. I'm quite content with my life as it is. I'm quite happy to overcome suffering as it comes, overcome pain as it comes, enjoy the bouts of happiness, that very infrequent, beautiful experiences. That's fine. You won't need to listen to these words if you're genuine. See, you know. That's the whole misinterpretation from your mind. Your mind tells you all that it knows. That ego mind tells you all that it knows. You're a person, you're a human, you're insignificant, you're good, you're bad. Today you're happy, tomorrow you may be sad. You've got a job to keep, and I don't like this job, and I don't like that job, and I want to move on in my life. I want to be successful. I want. Replicating these ideas, preparing you for this genuine seeking. Don't dismiss ego. Ego is just showing you little notebooks, little post-its. Yeah. I want to find something in my life. Yeah, find a new car. Yeah. It's the process of wanting and finding that ego is preparing you for. Everything is valuable, you see. You won't find a true enlightened being saying, well, ego is nasty, the devil's nasty, pain is nasty, suffering is nasty. Everything has its validity. But you don't have a validity, you see. You're far more deeper and profound and immense. That validity is born from you. But there you go, I'm giving away what the result of enlightenment was for this speaker. So the need to inquire is a deep longing, a deep please. It's a pleading. We pray, but is there intent behind the prayer? Is the intent from here? Because the intent from here only knows a limited amount of intent. Is the intent from here? That's a bigger amount of intent. That's that pure I. That's that ego I, the pure I. But when we pray, is there an intent to say, whatever I do, I will find this. I will find this. I will help this one. I will do my whole life in worship, in honor of what I'm praying for. That's not building, if it's from here, that one's going to build more boundaries, more guidelines. I have to do it this way. And this way I have to go down this route. And if I go down this route, I have to ignore everything. Therefore, that validity becomes, this is the only thing that is valid in my life. Therefore, you are dismissing that wholeness. To pray with your whole being, meaning a balanced praying, a balanced need, I cannot do it on my own. I'm praying to save the world. I cannot do it on my own. But if I could, I would find something. Not minuscule, not guns, not ammunition, not belief systems, not fantasies, not imaginations. Because that's what we do when we pray. We say, if I was able, I would build a spaceship and I would pluck out all the nasty people. Fantasies, imaginations, they're valid. They're little tools to push you forward and pull you back. But the truth is, if you could do it, if you could find your original state and realize why people do it, why the world is so, what we call, corrupt. Why? Why am I here to watch this and not be able to do anything about it? Again, that's ego mind saying, well, do something then. But don't go out there with your sword and your shield, on your board with your protesting, and you're building communities to fight and oppose. Solve the world from inside. Is that your longing? We can have minuscule longings that we need to address before we leave this body. But we can have major things. It matters not to me or anyone else, but it matters to you. That's inquiry. To inquire is to find something true, to reconnect, to understand what I am. Am I eternal, or am I just this temporary thing? Am I this body and mind? Or is that another hoax? Another speaker saying, whoa, be a hippie, be spaced out. Because what you long for is what you will get. If you want to be spaced out, if you want to live in this bliss of enlightenment and simply float like a cloud, that's what you will receive, and that's fine. That's your thing that you need to establish in this life. Each one of us have many things. Some one thing, some two things, some many things to address while we're here in this body. And we know deep in our core, but you won't know till you establish it. Once you find it, my God, I already knew that. I was always looking for that. My head was never looking for it. My head was always in Dubai, always in that new fancy car, always in that mansion I wanted to buy, always in that job that was always evading me. That's where my head was. But my heart, my core, my very being always knew what was going to take place. Always knew it. And that's the joy of enlightenment. You find out that you don't know anything about what's going on in this world, in this corrupt, so be it world. But you find out something about yourself that is far more unique than this world. You find out that you are one of the most important things in this world, equally with everything else. And the warning is that you have to resume a place in this world. But you don't have to. You can float like a cloud. You can walk the streets in a homeless, I have no place, I am nothing world. That's fine. Because it's not about everybody reaching the same place, the same way. It is about your unique being here. Your unique being here to establish something that you know in your core that you have to overcome. But don't think you know it. Don't sit and listen to this and say, well, I know it. You won't know it till you find what it is you're looking for. And most often, we just have this longing and we have no idea what we're longing for. But when we go and self-inquire, when we go and analyze and look at ourselves and look at who witnesses what I am, who I am, where I am, all these questions that these gurus speak become relevant. Maybe not them all for you. Maybe not any of them for you. But each one will push you and pull you back and push you and pull you back until you're ready. You've got your suit of armor. While this pushing is going on, it's going with your mind is being pushed and pulled and pushed and pulled. And you're at home somewhere polishing your suit of armor. Yeah? Polishing that beautiful, getting your hair ready, getting your shoulder pads on. Okay, right, mind. Okay, yeah. Okay, end of little mini things, right? I'm going in. I'm going right in. I'm going as far deep as I can go. And I'm not coming out till I find out what this answer is. That's self-inquiry. We can do a preceding one and understand what what some of the stages are in meditation and inquiring. But till now, that's enough. You have a great day. Thank you. Namaste Om.